Hello everyone, Niev here, and today we're gonna do my Imbolc ritual. I actually performed this ritual on February 3rd, which was the exact astrological date of Imbolc this year. And by astrological date, I mean the midpoint between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. And that is just how I like to date when I do my Imbolc ritual. I also date the other greater Sabbats or the Irish fire festivals in the same sort of way, the midpoint between the solstices and the equinoxes. So what we have here is my Imbolc altar and with some of my paraphernalia for the goddess Breach. I'd like to start this off by showing the beginning of my ritual, which was actually on January 31st. That was when my daughter and I went out in the woods near our house and tied what is called a brat brija to a tree, and I did that on January 31st. Here we are. So here is the Brat Brija. This is from the Irish Pagan School, which I highly recommend. This is a free article. I'll leave a link to this down below, but they do a fantastic job describing what a Brat Brija is and how it's utilized. And my Brat Brija is golden. The traditional colors are red or white, but mine is gold. It can be any color really. And it is it's basically an altar cloth, and it's the cloth that I normally use on my Bridget's shrine. So please enjoy this video of that my daughter took while I tie the Brat Brija to the tree to be blessed by Breach. And when we bring it in the next day, it is supposed to bring luck and good fortune and healing and prosperity and protection for our home. Just it's a blessed cloth from the goddess Breach. So on February 3rd, the date that I actually did my Imbolc ritual, I brought the Brat Brija to a table that I was going to perform the ritual on. And this is in our dining room. Actually, it's from our front window, and I'm setting up my altar right now for the ritual. And I like to use a gold and silver candle, and that represents the sun and the moon to me. Like, it's kind of a layover from when I was in when I practiced Wicca, because they had the whole goddess energy, which I never fully resonated with, but what I did resonate with was more, I think, more astrological. I liked the energies of the sun and the moon, and so I continued keeping a gold and silver candle on my altars and using them during Sabbats, basically to honor the sun and the moon, and that's kind of why I keep that on there. And I used to use the gold candle just for Sabbats and the silver candle just for the Esbats, the moon rituals. But I kind of just I keep them for the Sabbat rituals. And I also have a Bridget plaque that I'm setting to the side to put those energies there. And I picked some stones. I kind of just went with my gut and picked some amethyst stones. Stones are something that I don't purchase anymore, but I keep the stones that I already have, and anything that comes in as a gift or if it was just part of a subscription box, I do keep those. But yeah, in general, I don't really buy crystals anymore. But there we go. And I also have a little shot glass that actually has Kagome from Inuyasha on there because that is the offering glass I often use for bridge. And I also have a card from it's a Bridget's card from some deck, and I don't have the deck, but I just got that card in a subscription box, so I have that. And I have a little offering tray that I'm going to be putting salt in, and a wand, my tarot decks, my Ogham stave. I'm just using one tarot deck actually. So one tarot deck, my Ogham staves, and a selenite athame that I got in a subscription box, and I keep this athame on my fairy altar, but for some reason I felt like I just wanted to use it here with my Imbolc ritual. So there we go. So now I am going to light the candles, and it's kind of the beginning of my ritual here, and I'm just kind of welcoming in the energies of the sun and the moon. The moon candle really did not want to light, and then the Bridget's candle right in the center to specify what ritual I am actually performing right now. So there we go. And my wand, by the way, is an oak wand that I made about, I want to say like 20 something years ago. I think I was still a teenager when I made that wand. Yeah, so probably like 25 years ago. Yeah, so I'm going to start this off by just meditating and breathing and welcoming the goddess to my ritual. So, I'm keeping my ritual itself silent because the thing is, I am going off of a template, I guess, I guess you could say, that was provided by the Irish Pagan School. One of their courses was an Imbolc ritual, like, it was just being part of a virtual ritual, and I was actually part of the live for that course. So if you do end up buying that course from the Irish Pagan School, you might see like off in the corner with all the little faces of the people participating. You might see mine there too. So I'm keeping it silent primarily because it is a paid course, and I want to respect that. So I don't want to give away their courses here on YouTube. So, but I do want to very much encourage people to check them out for themselves, and they're a really great bunch, and I think they deserve patronage. So. But what's really nice about the Irish Pagan School and how they do things is oftentimes the people running the rituals, especially the ones that are very specific to Irish tradition, they will speak in Irish for many of the incantations or the spoken parts. The call to the goddess or the figure that they're doing a ritual for. So I am repeating a lot of the Irish in this. And don't worry, like it's mostly in English. So, and the person running the ritual, I think it's Orla, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, she will go ahead and she'll say it in Irish, and then she will also say the translation in English. So, so I am repeating that here. I have been learning Irish for many, many years, probably like over 10 years for sure, but it's been very loose, my Irish language studies, and I've been intensely studying Japanese for the past 2-ish years, but Irish I've kind of been on and off studying since probably around 2012, or or yeah, 2012 or so. But so I do, I find that I'm able to, when I go back to Irish after not doing it for so long, I'm surprised by how much I actually know. Um, so after all of that, after doing the meditations and the incantations and all of that, I am now going to just spend a minute or two meditating a little bit more to really feel the energies. And then I'm going to use some of this Imbolc salt. And I got this from one of the Witch's Moon boxes, probably like a year ago or so. And I'm pouring that in here as an offering. And I will be keeping this on her shrine. In this is just some various herbs, some sacred salt. I think there's jasmine in there. There's other things. I don't know exactly what's in this. I think I have a paper somewhere that says what's in there. And now I'm going to take a moment and grab the athame, the selenite athame, and I'm going to really focus on the energy of Breach, and I'm going to do what looks like a triangle and kind of looks like what a lot of Christians and Catholics do with the Father, Son, Holy Ghost thing, but I'm actually doing land, sea, and sky, which are the three realms of Irish paganism. So I'm just kind of, I guess, invoking or evoking those energies and honoring those energies of land, sea, and sky. And then I will do the same with the oak wand. I'm just going to go ahead and think to myself, land, sea, and sky, land, sea, and sky, land, sea, and sky. Okay, so I've done my ritual for Breach, the goddess Breach, for Imbolc. So now I'm going to do my Imbolc reading. I've got the main deck I often use for Breach, which is the Anima Mundi Tarot. This one here, Anima Mundi. This is the main deck I often use for her. Yeah, and it's not like a deck that I only use for Breach, but it is a deck that I use for her. So I am going to do a short little reading. It's going to be 4 cards, and it's a version of what I called the Bridget's Cross and Candle. It was a variation on the Celtic cross, where we had the cross in the center and then the staff to the side. Well, I created a spread where it was a cross in the middle for the Bridget's cross, and then a candle to the side as fire. This is a fire festival, and yeah, so that's why I did it that way. But for this one, I'm actually even condensing that even further, and I am just doing the cross. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle my deck here, and I will go ahead and I may not have the interpretations of the cards that I pull for this because it might be personal. I don't know. But I will say what each position means. So others might be able to do that themselves. Now, this is a spread. Again, it's a condensed version of it, but this is a spread that I did a few years ago for every full moon. I had dedicated to Breach, and yeah, so the meanings of the positions tend to be like a month ahead sort of reading. But yeah, so but I'm adjusting it for Imbolc. So here we go. All right. This is a deck I love to shuffle, but I can't quite get around the camera right now. So let me see if I can actually shuffle this. All right. So typically I had an oracle card in the center that meant the core of the month, but I am taking that out for this. So I'm going to the second one. So what can I offer Breege this month? What can I offer Breege this month? And more specifically, since this is an Imbolc ritual and the purpose of this one is to honor the goddess Breege, to honor the turning of the seasons coming from that transition to spring, and asking the goddess to provide guidance and support to manifest our dreams going forward. And so I have my own goals, and I have that in mind. So I'm kind of interpreting this position to mean, what can I offer Breege to help facilitate her guidance in my endeavors? So the Fool. Okay. All right, I'm going to place that there. So this is the bottom card. It goes 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. Because the old spread had a card in the center. But yeah, so we're going to do here. So the Fool is what's representing what can I offer Breege. Kind of, how I'm interpreting that is it's kind of a having faith sort of card, which sounds very religious, and that sort of thing. Even though I am very spiritual, because of my life experience, things that can get too religious can sometimes, I don't know, trigger me a little bit, I think. I use that phrase, have faith, in a very loose way, and and it's kind of a just go for it, just do it sort of thing. What can I offer Breege? I can offer that sort of sense of just going into this, kind of have things not so planned out, not so rigid, but free-spirited and open-minded and spontaneous. And also, since this is an offering, the position is about an offering, I notice here that the fox is carrying a white rose, so I may, at some point, want to put some white flowers of some sort on my Breege altar. So that is that position. The next position is, so what sorts of energies do I need to leave behind going forward? What energies do I need to leave behind? Ace of Swords. Ooh. Okay. So I'm sort of interpreting the Ace of Swords in a way that is cutting through clutter and kind of having a laser focus on things. And maybe I could interpret this as to not be so laser focused on it, and that would tie in with the Fool here, to kind of be a bit open about where I go moving forward, and to not be so tied down to not be so laser focused on this or that, and to kind of see the whole thing, instead of just having, like, I wouldn't say blinders, but like, yeah, kind of blinders, because it's that laser focus. And that's kind of what I see the Ace of Swords as, is a really, really focused, like laser focused card. And yeah, so there is but it, in other ways, I think I could interpret this as, while not being so laser focused on something, but also not having too much excess, because the energy of the Ace of Swords is one that's very strong to me. The aces are all very strong to me, and so it's hard to see this as in a negative light, because I see the aces as such a positive thing. So
yeah, and that having that strong will and those sorts of energies. So I am keeping that in mind, but I feel like the what to leave behind is to leave behind this too narrow or rigid focus, and to instead be a bit more broad with my approach on things. All right, so the next card is going to go right here, and this is what I'm leaving behind. What sorts of energies do I need to leave behind moving forward? And this is what I need to embrace. So, what sorts of energies do I need to embrace? And I have the Four of Swords, so rest. Oh wow. Okay, the Four Swords. So, you know, uh, I feel like the goddess Bridget here is saying that I've been a bit too hard on myself, and that's a nice thing to hear right now, especially from Bridge, because I feel like over the years I've had a sort of, I won't say contentious, but kind of a troubled relationship with Breach, and it's not. It's the sort of relationship where like I feel like I haven't done enough, and I feel like in the past she's kind of called me out on not doing enough or not being as there, not being as present, and I think my instinct feeling from this reading so far is that she's kind of just telling me, look, it's okay. And I feel like what I'm feeling from this is that she's understood that I am really trying, um, and I feel like she's noticed the efforts that I put into, at least with the other deities that I follow, the other uh, the work that I've done in my personal life and my educational life, things like that. I feel like she kind of understands where I'm coming from. At least that's what I'm getting from this. So embracing that sense of rest, let this relax, calm down. And I've felt very guilty about my relationship, not fostering a strong relationship with Breege. She's not my primary deity, but she is one of the main ones that I try to connect with, and that's really where I'm feeling here. I know this is going to be very personal and not related to you guys, but I'm just bringing you guys along with me for this reading. So the final card is a message from Breege. So a message from Breege. Knight of Cups. All right. Now I am going to move these cards down a little bit. Here we go. All right. So the the Knight of Cups. I have this distinct feeling here. Just moving the camera just a little bit here. I have the distinct feeling that this is connecting to that, follow what I feel is right. Follow my instincts, follow my goals, my heart. Follow my heart, and that is the Knight of Cups there. And it is a nice card to get from Breege, because there was a time for sure that I was getting a lot of, I don't know, negative cards from Breege, and yeah, it's hard to explain. Where I feel like she was kind of pissed with me for a while, and yeah. So I guess that's a bit personal, but and I think this is kind of a way of letting me know that she's not mad at me. Like that I am doing what I feel like I need to do, and I really shouldn't beat myself up about not always being as, I don't know if pious is the right word, but as active in my spirituality, especially in relation to Breege. So yeah, this was a lovely reading. So I am going to go ahead and stop this. I'm going to put some milk in my little shot glass here. This is Kagome from Inuyasha, but it's my offering glass for for liquids for Breege. So I'm going to place some milk in this, and I will have that on my altar for 24 hours or so, and not too long because it's milk, so I don't want to leave it out too long. And then I will discard that, but that's my main offering there. And I do also have a tray of offering salt here. Yeah. There is one thing I completely forgot to do after my reading. So I have my main reading right here, and I completely forgot that I was going to cast some OM staves on top. And yeah, so I'm gonna add that bit in here now. And here we go. So the candles are still lit. I actually just remembered just after I turned off the camera. So see what we got here. All right, so we've got, I'm gonna go ahead and put these right side up so that we understand what's going on here. I'll turn it this way. So that one fell on top, this one fell on top, these ones fell to the side. I'm going to go ahead and just place these right here. So this one was close to this one though. And I have one way off over to the side, so I'll put that one right here. All right. So I'm going to basically take a picture of this and write down my interpretations, because OM is something that I've got to spend some time to, dive into, and I am not going to do that on camera because I'll probably use my phone a little bit too, and that's what I'm filming with, to kind of look up some meanings for these staves here that fell. Yeah. All right. And the candle for Breege is almost out. Look at that. It's already bled all over the Brat Regia. That is the cloth here. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully I'll have some sort of voiceover, something for the other parts. I hope you have a great year, Blessed Imbolc. Bye, everyone.